Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Mr. Hierophant. For this week, and especially in the coming weeks, I delve deeper into what's going on with the twin flame divine counterpart relationships. I wasn't sure because I know there's a lot of talk on that always. I myself want to go deeper into that and explain a little bit more to queerants about that twin flame or divine counterpart dynamic. Some people refer to it as soulmates or soul flames. It's just your true divine partner. But I just wanted to touch a little bit on it. Today is Tuesday. This is going to be my Tarot Tuesday series. I intended to have this switched over to from my Instagram story because I just did it live, but there's a setting issue right now. I think either way, we're here. We'll get the kinks worked out. But thanks for joining me. I pulled a few cards. You can check out my Instagram page at Mr. Hierophant, and there's a post I made regarding the cards I pulled, and I'll be showing you them individually or in pairs, but you'll get the full spread on my Instagram page at Mr. Hierophant. Also, don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe down below. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts and questions in the comment section area underneath. Okay, let's get into it. So, at the beginning, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about relationships. I mean, we get that a lot. But, you know, Spirit has a way of making themselves known, and I was shuffling, and the Lover's card flew out. It just flipped out. Now, it is in reverse. Some people don't read reverse cards. I do. Some people don't read reverse cards depending on which deck they're using. But for me, either way, the Lover's Reverse is still a powerful card, say a major arcana card. And right now, what it's saying is there's a union working in progress. There's a process of the union coming together, the sacred union. Not there yet. They're still journeying, and we're always journeying on a voyage, this epic odyssey each one of us are experiencing in our own right, in our own lives. But again, you're always protected. You're being overseen by the Archangel. I believe this, I want to say Raphael. I think this is Archangel Raphael is overseeing this union. Okay, so let's get into the divine feminine aspect. And I will be making a separate video on the divine feminine aspect because for me, I want to just explain a little bit more about that. It's used a lot. I know a lot of readers use it while they're doing a reading, so there's a lot going on, and they can't really get into the deeper aspects of it. So I just want to do a separate video on that. But right now, just a brief explanation. The divine feminine is that aspect within you that's more of the kind of it's the receptive aspect. It's very subtle on a surface way, reflective of the physical female aspects and functions, but on a deeper energetic and esoteric level, the divine feminine is more of that claircognizant, clairvoyant, psychic, intuitive. Some would say that hunch feeling that you would have, and it doesn't. Don't be fooled by the divine feminine. They're above genders and sexes. This is the aspect in everyone, male, female. And it's that more intuitive-based, receptive energy. Not a lot of words are needed to receive the information or words of communication from other people. And the divine masculine aspect is that aspect that's kind of like taking that and really emitting it, ejecting it out into the world, into it being assertive about it, utilizing the information in a productive, creative ways, more of the kind of constructive, analytic, of breaking it down, the steps, which is good, it's useful. But we have that aspect as well here too, and these aspects on a deeper level, because this journey is always about us. It's about you. It's about the individual. These energies are within you as well. Everyone has a divine feminine and masculine aspect in them, and it's actually our major responsibility, the most important responsibility as human beings here, to ignite that, to birth those energies and bring them into union. Bring that divine feminine aspect within you and combine it with the divine masculine and bringing those two energies back into union so you can get back to wholeness and your divinity. And we're doing that. You're here. I'm here. So give yourselves a round of applause. I will. Thanks for being here. So the divine feminine, we got the Five of Pentacles and the Tower card. Now let's go into that. The Five of Pentacles for the divine feminine is asking surrender, faith, and also the illusions. Break down those illusions. The illusions are being revealed, especially after this full moon / lunar eclipse, which is the longest one in about 100 years. I want to say I think we have another eclipse coming up, maybe in a few weeks or a few months. I should know that, but I'll check that out. And also overseeing this, I pulled Keepers of the Light Oracle card by Kyle Gray. Mother Mary, she's overseeing the divine feminine energies, love and peace. And her affirmation is, let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. But, you know, I like to also just pick up the love and peace and the straightforward theme of that card and that energy is a lot of divine feminine. Again, you could be a masculine and watching this and inquiring about your counterpart, and they could be female and more in their divine masculine aspect. So don't let the sexes fool you. The names, the gender labeled names fool you. You could be masculine, and your divine feminine aspect is just exposed more. It's being utilized more. You're more open to it. But right now, because of that, and because of your counterpart more in more of that divine masculine energy, you may find yourself chasing more, and they're running away. Or if you're on that twin flame journey, or you're just into somebody that you like, or a business partner that you really want to attract, you're in separation, or you're having a disagreement. You're not seeing eye to eye. Something's happening. You want them to kind of like, look, I can feel this. I know this can work, and they're like, what they say is, I like the term, they're ghosting you on the text messaging, on the phone calls. They're not there. And this is calling for you to release those fears, the illusions, the towers, bringing up maybe these control issues, these attachments that you have, the insecurities that you have. But if I don't call them, if I don't communicate, they might not get back to me. They might just leave my life forever. They might forget about me. It's asking you to let go of all that. Us here, especially those in their more intuitive-based, psychic energies, clairvoyance, claircognizance, whatever you want to call it, that kind of knowingness, that feeling you got when you met this person. You've never met them before, at least in this life. Or now all of a sudden something is open and you have reached that familiarity, and it just feels right. It's asking you to release, because you're on a journey of cooperation. You are a cooperator. So you have to then rely also and have faith and trust in the other beings that are working behind the scenes. This can also be unknown friends that come to the forefront, or someone you do know who is actually it will play a major role in the union or in bringing the love and peace. But again, we're here because we also know there's something beyond the veil. There's something that we cannot see, or maybe we can see, but others may not. So you have to have the faith and surrender in those energies that they do have your best interest. Have faith and trust in your higher self, that it does have the true power to allow this to work for you in ways that were even greater than you even could imagine, or you haven't even thought of. But you have to release that first. And me, myself, I've gone through this. I went through this yesterday. I've gone through days of this, nights, weeks, the purgings, the emotions, myself trying to reach out and communicate, and not being responded to as much, or what's going on. And I had to really analyze, why is this triggering me? Why am I so irritated by this? And what's happening is that, I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm going to put a separate video on it, on the spiritual partner counterpart. But let's just say with this tarot card, certain illusions are being exposed now. So when we say light, the knowledge, the wisdom is starting to come to fruition. A spotlight is starting to be shed on some of those shadows that you've been maybe hiding unconsciously, that have been dormant, and you're starting to realize that I don't want to keep chasing. I've been chasing in past relationships. I don't want to keep doing this. This is not healthy for me. I don't like putting myself in this position or experiencing these emotions. So that's coming to light. The tower, it looks dramatic. It definitely is, but it can be dramatic when you're personally experiencing it. But this is actually making room for a higher consciousness to come through, to actually shine itself. I would say they're always there. It's just always wrapped up in our collective programming, fears, traumas that have been brought onto us, especially as children in our younger ages, even growing up into adolescence and in prior lives. And I also want to say, for the divine feminine aspects, again, you can be physically male or female. I want to say it's having faith in also the material things that you want, those goals you have for yourself, and it's asking you to focus more on those, because you deserve great things. And I would say Spirit has sensed that maybe you've been worrying a lot about this. And there's some things that you need to take care of for yourself that you have, your goal list, your desires list, spiritual progression, whatever it is you have that you want to achieve. Only you truly know what you want. Those accomplishments, maybe it's those hobbies, that certain thing that you want to do that you may be cautious of, but you really want to do it. This is time to do it. Or keep on it, and this is going to allow you to anchor yourself. I'm not going to say distract, but it's allowing that energy to be constructive in other areas that are as actually beneficial for you. The yoga class, going to meditation, going on a hike, going to that weekend retreat or that trip. Actually hanging out with a friend and just getting out. What have you. Do that more. Do more of that. And allow Mother Mary and the angels to take this burden you've been experiencing, you've been hauling around. Give it to them. That's what they're there for. Give it to them and allow them to transmute it and change that energy. Because what's happening is, we all just need kind of outsider recognition, objective views, that from an objective viewpoint is that mental energy that you're creating. And I've been through this, I've experienced it. I had to step outside and look at for what it is that that stress is actually, especially with your spiritual partner, it's actually being felt on a higher level. Maybe they may not know it consciously, but their higher selves knows it. And what they're saying is like, we're detecting something over here that's not quite right, and it's a frantic signal, and it's very stressful, and it's not going to be conducive for you nor them, which is not going to be conducive for either of you if you guys are in union. So time apart still needs to happen and occur. And it's not going to cease and desist until peace comes, the acceptance. So, again, I'm going to save more for a separate topic. But let's go into the divine masculine aspect. So, we got the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands really, for me, especially in the Rider-Waite, it tells me there's a sense of like anxiety, fear, but there also is work being done. Spiritual work being done, exhausting work for them, shuffling through different areas, different natures, trying to get grounded, but is exhausted by it. But this is allowing for a clearing to happen. And, honestly, the Knight of Cups was in reverse, but it was just fine because it was actually pointing in the direction of the divine feminine. So, I definitely feel like that aspect of the divine masculine is making its way towards the divine feminine only through this process that they need to have time to experience for themselves. The Knight of Pentacles was a little tricky because I felt like there was a little bit more, and I wanted clarification, so I actually pulled the King of Swords reversed. This is the ultimate communicator. I wanted to say the initiator. That's what I kept getting. So this is going to allow them to initiate the conversation, the communication. or even the thought process for them that's going to allow them to open up to you, as in, remember so and so, you know, you were judging them, but they're actually, you know, you can appreciate them now that you've done the work and you've been looking at past relationships you've been in, or what they say, the karmic relationships. This might be actually what you've been looking for the whole time. What this other person has been offering. But this whole journey that you need to let the divine masculine have, or the divine masculine needs to take, will allow for that. And again, with the butterflies, a lot of you may have been seeing butterflies all around, monarchs, different types of butterflies. This is a signal, this is a sign. Transformation is happening, not only within the divine masculine, but the divine feminine as well. They may still be in the cocoon stage, or some of them may be blooming and birthing already into that butterfly. Which is going to allow for those airwaves of communication and flight of talk to happen. Again, the Knight of Pentacles is also the slow moving knight. But for me, there's a lot of power for the Knight of Pentacles. It's on a dark horse. It's rogue. It's independent. But for me, I would see when that Knight of Pentacles is coming to you, it's coming slow and steady, and it has that pentacle out. It has that aspect that it wants to offer you. It could be various things. It could be themselves. It could be not only themselves, but commitment. They also want to have certain things for themselves ready when they come to you. But it's going to be slow and steady, and it's going to be marching or trotting, or just a steady pace towards you, always coming towards you. And that's what you want, and that's what you deserve, is the divine feminine aspect, the one who's been intuitively knowing the whole time, who's been experiencing anxiety because I know this. People think I'm crazy. They don't see it, but I can feel it. But once you yourself, as the divine feminine aspect, allow for that peace and love to enter and reside over you, that's when this divine masculine is going to be coming in the form of the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady to you on their own, under their own independence, and that's what you want. You don't want the pressure of them you don't want the pressure that they may be experiencing from you to instigate that. You want them to do it on their own. And for the divine masculine, I got the Shekinah card. Sorry about that. I went the glare. Looks like Naomi Campbell, doesn't it? The Shekinah card. Shekinah card. Sacred self is the theme. Oh, that's better. And the affirmation here is, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. And it's just asking the divine masculine to allow for the divine feminine to come in, And again, I'm going to put a separate video on this, because we were talking about divine aspects. They're divine. It is the projected image of the masculine and what the feminine should be that shrouds both of those aspects. So right now, I would say even deeper that divine masculine is maybe encouraging the distorted masculine aspects to let go of us, get your arms off of us, your walls, let us break those down, and allow for our counterpart, the Shekinah, which is very, this is more a Judeo-Kabbalistic term, but it's very analogous in a tantric term to the, the Shakti, Shakti energy. There may be some slight differences, but anyone who's more familiar with the Hindu or tantric belief systems, the energies, it's similar to that. And it needs to rise up to its divine masculine counterpart, the Shiva energy. But it's also on a more practical level, asking you to let go, release, enjoy yourselves, open up more, don't stress, don't overthink everything, don't analyze everything, don't try to make everything perfect, or don't try to control everything, as in, not making yourself, I don't want to say vulnerable, but you're putting the mask on because you don't really want anyone to know how you really feel, because then that would also mean for yourself, there would be sense of control loss, and you can't navigate this other person, or you can't navigate the conversation a certain way. So it's saying release that, unleash how you really feel, tear down the walls, and to help with that, you can also just release the pressure you're putting yourself under, or your environment. Release yourself from your environment. Go dance. Go have a good time yourself. Go into nature. Meditate. Release the anxiety. Set it up to the Merkaba. Allow that angelic motivating, I would say motioning energy to envelope you and transmute those energies, and break down those walls and barriers you've been putting up and projecting. All this, again, and when I'll talk about this in another video, is again those surface feminine energies that we learn when we're here, and those surface masculine energies that we learn when we're here, that have been projected on us in conscious and very subconscious and subliminal ways for hundreds of years, thousands of years, that really shroud our divine feminine, true divine feminine, and true divine masculine energies, which are pure, holy, but get distorted. So yeah, I didn't want to make this too long. For Divine Feminine, again, overview, Mother Mary Singh, move back to love and peace. Divine Masculine, the Shekinah, the sacred self, move closer to the sacred feminine energy. Allow the sacred feminine energy to enter. Start opening up, allowing yourself to receive more in your health, within your sacred space, wherever that may be. Yeah. I want to say there is more content coming. We just finished a few videos yesterday. I'm going to be working on uploading them more. Working on a little bit of a effects thing that I want to do. And yeah, again, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below. And also, if you have any thoughts or questions, love to hear them in a comments section underneath as well. There's some links underneath this video. So if you want to get in contact with me, you can always email me at themystichierophant@gmail.com. You can follow me at Mystic Hierophant on Instagram. And that's it out of me. See you guys in the next video. Feel free to explore the other videos I have. And there's going to be more to come. Hey, look, I didn't go to the beach today, but I brought the beach to me. Got a flower theme. And again, have no fear. The coffee is here because it's morning. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Love you. Go in peace.